take a look at the handover coming in from the Wall Street, especially for this week.
Morning, Shansi. Shansi, for sure, this is the second consecutive week that the US market is facing for the weekly loss. Yesterday, the market was shut for a public holiday, but then a key data has to come in today. It is releasing today. That's December's non-farm payroll reading. And this could be a crucial point to which could be on the tap for a lot of radars. We've seen the kind of moves, all three major averages. They are on a track for a weekly loss. You talk about S&P 500, that was off less than 0.5%, 0.4%. Nasdaq was down by 0.7%, and even Dow is on pace for 0.2% of decline. So it has been a week. Not just this week, last week also. It's a consecutive second weekly week losses that we've seen on the US indices. But the cues that are on the tap is, of course, the non-farm payroll data. That's what. But what happened in crude? Crude has jumped 1% yesterday.
Well, absolutely. And that came after a session where largely in the beginning of the session, we had crude prices largely unchanged, not much that was happening on that front, at least when it comes to crude. But when you take a look at the move at the close, oil prices rose more than 1% as cold weather gripped parts of the US and Europe as well, boosting winter fuel demands. When you take a look at price moves, you're looking at Brent crude futures that were up 78 cents or about 1%. Around those $76 a barrel levels is where Brent was at. And even when you take a look at US WTI, you're taking a look at gains of 0.9% thereabout coming in. $73 a barrel is where that one was also at, and this was after both benchmarks had fallen more than 1% on Wednesday as well. So that's largely the kind of moves that you've seen coming as far as crude is concerned. When you take a look at refiners along the US Gulf Coast, they raised their crude oil net inputs as well to the highest level since December 2018, and that is according to EIA data as well. And Shell, on the other hand, also warned of a weak fourth quarter on Wednesday. So that is also something that you're looking at by the way of factors that the market is looking out for. But the market structure largely in Brent futures is also indicating at this point that traders are still becoming more concerned about supply tightening. At the same time, you do have demand that is increasing. So those are what the supply and demand fundamentals then look like, at least as far as crude is concerned, Priyanka.
Okay, so crude inched higher. Bond yield is also inching higher. It was nearing 4.7%.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.